All right, welcome back. Today, 16, 17. I lost count of the days, but we are working on throwing some concrete down here. Thought I'd make a quick video on how I'm going to just spread the concrete out. And really, this mason mix is really about getting the mixture right of your water and your mix. Getting it to a point where it's nice, it falls off but it sticks. So this is very important when it comes to putting mud up. You can see how I'm spreading it. I'm just going to throw it up in there. And then it's very important that once we get this on here nice and thick, we'll come back in about an hour, maybe 2 hours. It's been cured a little bit. That way we can come back and smooth it out. And then when it's all said and done, we'll come back with some more mason mix to touch up. It doesn't have to be completely smooth, but we are going to be putting pond shield on this. So we want it to be a little coarse, but we also want it to be, to where that pond shield epoxy will adhere to this concrete really well. Won't have any big gaps, big holes in the concrete where that epoxy won't get up in there. So that's really what I'm after here. This thing's going to be in my way. I'm just going to kind of get the idea of what we're doing here. This is kind of a slow process if you want to get it right. A little at a time, holding everything in place while I throw a little in there. I'm going to not get too much exposed rock, but it's okay if we get a little bit of exposed rock. You just remember that's going to be pond shielded over, and that'll just be part of the interior of the pond. Yes, this is a broken garden shovel, little hoe type thing. Little hand shovels. I did have a handle on it, but I realized once it broke off that it was much better and easier. You see how that curve just is perfect to get up in these rocks. And I've built everything you see in this whole room with this, even the one over there. So that's Yellow Skunk Farms over there, and this is Yellow Skunk Pond Garden. This is for food, and that is for medicinal medicine over there. Let's get some right here. So you gotta remember, this is just the first coat. So we will be coming back after this dries, smoothing it out, and then reapplying some more certain places just to make sure. we got a good seal on the concrete, then we can come in with the pond shield and really seal it up. You can see the difference in color. This is cured. This has been a week and a half, almost 2 weeks in here, just drying. It's safe to be in here now and moving around and placing stuff on it. That's what it looks like when it's fresh. So we're just going to keep adding that concrete on around, and we come back after, like I said, a couple hours, smooth it out, get that nice and smooth, knock off the edges, and then we can come back and reapply in places that we need to. I'm not concerned about getting concrete underneath these rocks because I'm going to have soil on the back side of these rocks, and what's going to happen is that the moisture from the creek is going to the moisture from the creek running through there, it'll be wicking over the side. There'll be soil in this little edge here running down the side up against this pond here. And roots, once roots come on down, that extra water that's being wicked over the wall down into the soil pocket, the roots will attach themselves to this pond on the outside. Even though there is pond shield in here, there's going to be moisture on the inside, on the outside. That's what I know this because I did it with the other one over there. Before I put soil in, I ran water for a couple of weeks, about 10 days. It took 10 days for the water to actually saturate all the way down through all the layers into the reservoir. And then that's when the fun really started. That's when we realized we were wicking too much water. See how that curve just fits perfectly up in there? This is like the perfect tool, and it wasn't even made for this. Kind of goes to show you, I was just messing around at the beginning. I was like, oh, let me use this. I don't have a trial. I didn't have a real proper trial. And then the one I did have was just weird. You couldn't do anything with it. And I was like, this thing looks nice. Let's try this. And it turned out to be the tool that I needed to make this easy. Whoa. Cameraman, what are you doing? There you go. Get it together, cameraman. Like I said, at this point, it doesn't have to be perfect because this is the inside of a pond. So any types of little crevices, but we still got a long ways to go on this. So this is the bottom basically of the pond. We're going to make some structure coming out as we come up a little bit. We'll also have structure at the bottom too. You know, some logs and some stuff like that. Rocks, and logs, branches, all the stuff that, you know, fish like to hang around. Fallen trees, stuff like that. Cool thing about doing this in sections is because now anything that falls on this just scrapes right up. You don't have to worry about it adhering to anything. Because this is cured. You can just reuse anything that falls back down. So then we can come back and smooth this out with our gloves when this dries a little bit. So we'll go in and grab lunch and then come back and we'll just smooth this out and then reapply where we need to reapply. So that's what we're doing. We're going to finish this bucket up on around. That's all the rocks I have. We're going to go to Luck Stone. We're going to continue to come on up. This area here is where the creek is going to start. We've got the hole where the pump hose is going to come out. It's going to come up. And it's going to come out right through there. And it's going to shoot out. And it's going to spin. Boom. It's going to hit a rock. It's going to boom. It's going to come in this way. It's going to go boom, boom, and then hit the creek running. And run on down. Run on down. Do a little squiggly, squiggly, and turn, squiggly, turn, and then come on back in, boom. And that'll be our filtration. It will connect to the digger's area over here. Digger was out. Yep, he's out right now eating a tomato. Got you a little bit of tomato there, Digger. Looking good, buddy. Tearing it up. So he will have expansion. He's just a baby now. But he'll have his own pond. He'll be able to come up through this area here on in and explore, have his own pond. His creek will be running through here. He'll have vegetables and herbs, and he'll have a grand old time. We'll have fish in the pond only. Those will be our protein fish. So we're going to try and get a full meal from this indoor pond garden. We're going to get the protein and we're going to get the veggies and the herbs, all from this one system. And it'll have 3 lights. We'll have 3 Grandmaster LEDs, which is what we're running now. We can go boom. We're going to have 1 sort of over that area right there, 2, 3, leaving the pond without a light, just like over here. And the Monstera will have light coming from this way, and it'll also have light coming from that way. We'll have another. This Monstera will be placed up in this area. We'll probably have some soil coming all the way up into here. So we'll place our Monstera right there, run it up the mountain. This is a runner. So this one we should be able to run this on up. It's in a pot right now, but no bottom. So I'll be able to pull it out and repot it, or not repot, but just put it in the soil over here, just like I did this Monstera here. This one just took off. I mean, look at it. Huge leaves. And we got the boys and girls over here. What's up, Cooter? Scooter and Pooter. Our Shiner doesn't have a name because I didn't expect that thing to live, but it did live. We just call that Shiner. So I appreciate everybody watching, taking the time to watch the video if you did, and hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.